Greetings and salutations. Hey, how's everybody doing? So I apologize for this. I had, the Halloween videos and all that. So this time we're looking back at the world of Farscape with the episode Mental as Anything. In which Scorpius brings the boys away to receive special training from an angel named Katoya. Dargo comes face to face with his wife's murderer, but, Makata, but he claims he didn't kill Ramon, who was his sister. It was Dargo himself who did during one of his uncontrollable hyper rages. However, reluctant to believe him, and is insistent he did not, Dargo still can't help but wonder if he did. I'm gonna say this, I thought one of the highlights of this episode is from Anthony Simcoe as Dargo. He does a fantastic job of this episode of playing a character who has, come to grips with his past and is trying to understand from his past what had actually happened, in a way.
Mustn't do anything. Dargo's done nothing to me. I'm fine. Dargo's fine.
You refuse to see him for what he really is.
He is a Luxon warrior.
Yes, and he cannot help but hurt you.
And I kind of like that. I kind of like how, yes, we have, say Scorpius and John, they have their own bit of stories in this episode. But I like the fact that Dargo is the main focus of this episode, so we get a bit of backstory for him. And I'll be honest and say, yes, I can understand some folks saying, I wish that how this story idea had been done in, previous seasons. And at the same time, I'm also going to say this, perhaps it would have been, say, a bit of a stretch, how do we know this person? Because I kind of think it makes sense for Scorpius to be able to, to be the bridge for all this.
I ain't offering up a chunk for your mind games.
It is not a game.
It ain't gonna happen, Miss Krabappel. Fail me, give me an F on my report card. But I ain't going in your icosahedron.
And whether it's, say, the moments in which they are training, which kind of reminds me either, say, a moment of, a mix between Dragon Ball Z meets Star Wars. And, yeah, I kind of think that, this episode has a bit of a more darker tone in it. But, honestly, after, previous seasons, the show did get a bit darker. Yes, there are some episodes that are, quote-unquote, weird. Because the show is weird at times. And I'll give it this. I liked it. I thought this episode was really good. Whether it's, say, moments in which John is held hostage in basically a giant furnace. Well, it's not really a furnace, but basically it's like a cage. And then, there's hot coals under him.
John, you okay?
Help me get this thing open.
And the moment in which, say, Dargo and, Katoya, basically they're trying to, say, hey, what's going on, buddy? Aren't you wanting to find out the information's stories and all that you're wanting to have the answers to? And eventually, he's able to figure out as well, until, Makaton basically goes up, he's Freddy Krueger, and pops up and goes, say, you are the one who did this, you are the one who did this.
You beat her beyond her capacity to endure anymore.
And then Dargo is basically having to fight him, and at the same time focus his energies to be able to unrestrain his anger. And he eventually does win. He eventually is able to fight him and figure out what had actually happened.
Oh, you loved her to death.
do not have this power! The land told me that I do have power. Over my hyperreach.
Which is that, Mechaton was basically the one who killed his sister, because he was trying to say, because he thought, like, say, you need to you need to go away from him and all that, and she's like, say, no, and all that, and he, basically, at the end of the episode, he has basically gone a bit crazed because of realizing what he had done, in a way. Not being able to take back his actions. And overall, I thought this was a fairly good episode. It was fairly investing when it comes to the characters, and at the same time, I like the fact that we got the focus on the character of Dargo. And at the beginning of this, so we do have a bit of a moment between Aaron and John, like when they're celebrating Christmas and all that. So overall, I didn't think this episode was too bad. Fairly good. See ya!